hippopotamus escapes from a zoo. This is not a joke, but as we're about to show you, she has a change of heart and returns home shortly after.
Have you ever been to the zoo and thought, wow, these animals are so chill? Well, think again. Behind the glass and fences, there are more than just a few gentle creatures. Some of them have their own plans, and let's just say, tamed is a loose term. Sure, we're used to seeing adorable animal moments, but what happens when that calm facade cracks? From surprise escapes to unexpected showdowns, we've got footage that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about zoo animals. Stick around because you're about to witness 20 wild zoo moments that no one would believe if they weren't filmed. Baby elephant adorable bubble encounter. The Fort Worth Zoo shared an endearing video of its youngest star, Brazos, a nearly 10-month-old Asian elephant experiencing the sheer joy of bubbles for the first time. Brazos holds a special place in the zoo's history as the fourth Asian elephant born there since its breeding program began in 1986. In the heartwarming footage, Brazos is seen reacting with playful wonder, opening his mouth and waving his tiny trunk as waves of bubbles cascade toward him. Moments later, he enthusiastically chases after them, capturing the pure delight of discovery. One particularly cute moment shows Brazos standing directly in front of the bubble machine, mouth wide open as if trying to eat the floating orbs. The baby elephant's playful antics were a hit not just with zoo visitors, but also with viewers online, reminding everyone of the simple joys that make life magical. Brazos' bubbly escapade has not only brightened countless days, but also underscored the importance of protecting these incredible creatures. Did Brazos just claim the title of the cutest baby elephant on the internet? What do you think? Bear see, bear do. You've heard of monkey see, monkey do, but what about bear see, bear do? That's exactly what happened at the Nashville Zoo, and it's adorable. Luca the bear decided to take a cue from a 5-year-old visitor. The boy, standing on the other side of the glass, started jumping up and down in excitement. And what did Luca do? The bear joined right in, leaping and bouncing just like the little one. It's a heartwarming sight that quickly went viral, melting hearts everywhere. For nearly 10 minutes, Luca and the boy were caught in a joyful, synchronized jump fest, separated only by the glass. It's not every day you see a bear mimic a human in such a playful way, making this interaction extra special. The adorable video is the perfect reminder that animals like us know how to have fun and connect, even across barriers. Luca's playful response shows just how curious and intelligent these creatures can be, and it's an interaction you won't forget. Gentle giant and toddler's shoe. In a heartwarming moment captured on video, Shan Mai, an elephant at the Shendiaoshan Wild Animal Nature Reserve in Weihai, China, showcased her remarkable intelligence and gentle nature. The adorable clip shows the massive elephant delicately retrieving a tiny blue and yellow toddler's shoe that had accidentally fallen into her enclosure. Using her impressive trunk and enormous foot, Shan Mai carefully scooped up the shoe. Initially, she seemed to mistake it for food, but upon closer inspection, the clever elephant realized it wasn't edible. With extraordinary care, she returned the shoe, gently dropping it back into the little visitor's outstretched hand. The scene melted hearts as Shan Mai, whose name fittingly means mountains, demonstrated both her intelligence and kindness. What a gentle giant! Would you expect such a delicate touch from an elephant? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Kangaroo versus emus. You wouldn't expect to see a kangaroo face off against 3 emus, but in this wild moment, that's exactly what happened. Captured at an Australian animal sanctuary, this bizarre battle starts when one lone kangaroo tries to enjoy a snack, a nice branch. But guess what? The emus, being emus, wants that same snack too. Now with 3 emus determined to get that branch, they team up to challenge the kangaroo. But if you know anything about kangaroos, you know they don't back down from a fight. Instead of fleeing, this kangaroo jumps into action, ready to defend his food at all costs. The emus take turns confronting the kangaroo, but quickly realize they're no match for this boxing champ of the animal kingdom. After all, if you're going to take on a kangaroo, you better be prepared for a fight, especially when you've got no arms. In the end, the emus retreats, and the kangaroo wins this wild showdown, finishing his snack in peace. Panda's great escape. Not long ago, Menglan, a 6-year-old panda, made an unexpected move that left zoo visitors in shock. This curious panda decided to test the limits of its enclosure by attempting a daring escape. In a viral video, you can see Menglan climbing up the metal fence around its home, making its way into the open area beyond. The panda then stopped, eyeing the crowd for a long moment as if contemplating its next move. Luckily, the zookeepers were quick on their feet, using some delicious bamboo to lure Menglan back to safety. While pandas might seem like slow-moving, cuddly creatures, they're actually excellent climbers. With their strong claws and gripping pads, pandas can easily scale trees. In the wild, they spend most of their time up high to avoid ground predators. Menglan might have been a little naughty, but pandas are typically peaceful creatures. Known for their striking black and white fur, these adorable animals have a diet that's almost entirely bamboo. Despite their cuteness, pandas are still considered vulnerable, with only around 1,800 individuals remaining in the wild. This great escape reminded everyone just how surprising these creatures can be. Gorilla spits at visitors. A shocking moment at Wenzhou Zoo in eastern China's Zhejiang province left visitors in disbelief when a fed-up gorilla decided to get really personal. Captured on video, the gorilla targeted unsuspecting zoogoers below its enclosure. In a move that could only be described as rebellious, it spits through the open grate, soaking visitors in saliva. The result? A group of startled onlookers, horrified and disgusted, scrambled to get away from the messy surprise. But this gorilla wasn't done yet. After causing a scene, it dropped to the ground and strutted proudly in front of the main window, seemingly amused by the chaos it had just created. While some might call it a bad attitude, others can't help but laugh at the cheeky antics of these mischievous apes. The smoking chimp. Smoking is undeniably a harmful and repugnant habit, but witnessing an animal being encouraged to do it is a whole new level of absurdity. Welcome to Pyongyang's new zoo in North Korea, home to Azalea, a chimpanzee who allegedly smokes an entire pack of cigarettes every single day. The shocking part: the zoo openly defends this disturbing act by claiming she doesn't inhale. If that wasn't surreal enough, Azalea has even been trained to light her own cigarettes. Sometimes she's handed a lit one to get her puffing started, all while onlookers watch in amusement. It's hard to imagine a more reckless or degrading spectacle for such an intelligent and majestic creature. Critics worldwide have condemned the zoo's blatant disregard for animal welfare, labeling the practice as cruel and inhumane. The internet exploded in outrage, with social media users demanding accountability and calling for change. Yet the zoo doubled down with its bizarre "doesn't inhale" defense. The irony of exploiting a sentient animal for entertainment while trying to justify it with such flimsy excuses is enraging. Gorilla fight. Gorillas are unpredictable, and this zoo encounter proved it in the most jaw-dropping way. It all began when one gorilla grabbed a rock and hurled it at the glass, leaving the crowd gasping. But that was just the opening act. Within seconds, another gorilla charged into the scene, sparking a fierce battle. The clash was primal, raw, and utterly captivating. The enclosure turned into a battlefield as these mighty creatures squared off, leaving spectators both mesmerized and on edge. Amid the escalating drama, a panicked voice rang out, "Where are the zookeepers?" Concern rippled through the crowd as the gorillas showed no signs of stopping. One onlooker couldn't hold back, repeatedly shouting for help, but the zookeepers were nowhere to be found. The gorillas continued their showdown, each movement an unpredictable mix of power and dominance. As one seemed to gain the upper hand, the suspense in the air became almost unbearable. Zookeeper versus Hippo. When it comes to animals, there are a few you should never provoke, and a hippo is at the top of that list. Not only are they incredibly strong, but they're also known to be highly territorial and dangerous when threatened. But at a zoo in Delhi, a curious hippo decided to step out of its watering hole and over the wall, right into the path of unsuspecting zoo visitors. Thankfully, the hippo wasn't being aggressive. It was simply curious, wanting to get a closer look at the people nearby. But even the most innocent curiosity can turn into chaos when a massive animal like that is involved. That's when the fearless zookeeper stepped in. With nerves of steel, he smacked the hippo on the face, making it realize that getting back into the water was its best option. Now, before anyone gets upset, it's important to note that the zookeeper wasn't acting out of spite. He was protecting both the visitors and the animals. The hippo was big, but these slaps weren't harmful, more like a quick lesson to remind the hippo who's in charge. WWE wrestlers face off with Axel. In a jaw-dropping viral video, 3 towering WWE superstars squared off against Axel, the lioness, in an unforgettable game of tug-of-war at the San Antonio Zoo. The result? Axel claimed an effortless victory, leaving her muscular opponents utterly defeated. Chuck Curo, the zoo's director of public relations, reflected on the encounter. "You've got these 3 massive men, yet they can barely move the rope. It's a striking reminder of the raw, unparalleled power of wild animals. Trained doesn't mean tamed, and we often underestimate their strength. This isn't the first time human strength has been tested against the zoo's mighty animals." NBA legend Tony Parker and the San Antonio Rampage hockey team previously tried their luck, only to meet similar fates. Installed in 2016, the tug-of-war game serves as a mental and physical challenge for the zoo's big cats, enriching their environment in a way that mimics their natural instincts. For other animals, care specialists use strategies like hiding food or placing it in specially designed toys to keep them engaged. Great chimpanzee escape. Chimpanzees are clever, but the escape plan they pulled off at the Kansas City Zoo was pure genius. 7 of them worked together to execute a daring breakout that left everyone stunned. It all started with one determined chimp tearing down a 6-foot tree branch. With precision, they propped it against the enclosure wall, creating a makeshift ladder. One by one, they climbed the branch, scaling the cement wall like seasoned escape artists. The leader beckoned 6 others to follow, and before anyone knew it, the chimps were out. 3 even hopped down into a restricted zookeeper area, causing chaos behind the scenes. This bold move triggered a code-red lockdown across the zoo's sprawling 200-acre grounds, lasting an intense hour and a half. Zoo officials marveled at the ingenuity, acknowledging the chimp's strength and intelligence. After all, a 150-pound chimpanzee can pull branches off trees with ease and outsmart barriers built to contain them. Panda traps keeper. Pandas are celebrated for their cuteness, but Ding Ding, a resident of Chongqing Zoo, proved they can be far from cuddly. In a viral video, a zookeeper desperately tried to leave the enclosure, but Ding Ding had other plans. Using its weight, the panda forced the door shut, trapping her inside. Cornered, the keeper attempted to keep Ding Ding at bay by placing her hands on its shoulders. However, the determined panda surged forward, swiping her off her feet and pouncing on top of her. Visitors watched in shock as the panda appeared to bite her arm while she struggled to push it away. Eventually, a momentary distraction allowed the keeper to escape through the door, leaving a flurry of questions and concerns. The zoo later assured the public that her injuries were not serious, though they provided few details. Chongqing Zoo promised to implement stronger safety measures following the alarming incident. Meanwhile, Ding Ding remained in its enclosure, delighting visitors despite its surprising display of ferocity. Would you have handled Ding Ding differently if you were in her place? 3 rhinos make a run for it. Imagine this. You're visiting the Vermont Safari Park in Tel Aviv, Israel, when, out of nowhere, 3 rhinoceroses make a daring escape. That's exactly what happened when Rihanna, Karen, and Carnabella slipped out of an open side gate while a guard was fast asleep. The clever trio headed straight for the road, but luckily, alert zoogoers spotted them and immediately called the police. In an incredible turn of events, a quick-thinking zoo manager managed to chase the rhinos down and guide them back to their enclosure before anything serious happened. Rhinoceroses are massive creatures known for their incredible strength and surprising speed. With thick, tough skin made of keratin, they're built for protection against predators. Despite their intimidating appearance, Rhinos are herbivores and typically peaceful animals. Interestingly, they don't have great eyesight, but their sense of smell and hearing are highly developed, which might explain why they ventured out in the first place. It's unclear what sparked this escape, but it's possible they were simply curious and excited to explore the world beyond their enclosure. What do you think caused these rhinos to break out? Juniper, the bear shocks visitors. What started as a serene scene by the pond quickly turned into a jaw-dropping moment at a Seattle zoo. Juniper, a rescued coastal brown bear, was seen calmly observing a mother duck and her 5 ducklings before diving straight into the water. In a shocking display, she grabbed the ducklings one by one, biting and devouring them as stunned onlookers watched. The video captured the unexpected incident. Children could be heard reacting to the sight, with one exclaiming, "That's not nice," while another curiously commented, "That's a good strategy." Juniper's story is bittersweet. Rescued as an orphan near an Air Force base in Anchorage, Alaska, she was found alone after her mother was presumed dead. Transported to the zoo in 2022, she has since grown into a healthy adult bear. Despite attempts from the crowd to distract her by shouting and banging on the glass, Juniper stayed focused, even targeting the mother duck in her relentless hunt. Newborn zebra rescued. In a heart-pounding moment at the Valencia Biopark Zoo in Spain, a newborn zebra foal found itself in serious trouble moments after birth. After its umbilical cord was cut, the little one, still unsteady, stumbled into a nearby watering hole, its panicked cries filling the air. Meanwhile, its concerned mother, Lanina, watched helplessly from the edge of the water. Zebra foals typically begin trying to stand and move within seconds of birth. But this foal, struggling in the water, faced an immediate danger of drowning. Fortunately, zoo workers rushed into action. Without hesitation, they waded into the water up to their chests, grabbing the struggling foal and pulling it to safety. The footage of the incident captures the tense moment as the foal disappears under the water, with its mother stepping in, desperate to help. As soon as the baby was safely placed on dry land, Lanina rushed over, showing affection by licking her foal, relieved that her baby was safe. Both the newborn zebra and its mother are said to be doing well, thanks to the quick response of the zoo team. What a rescue! Lion bites off man's hand. Around 4 years ago, horrifying footage of a lion attacking a man in the zoo surfaced. Despite being inside the cage, the angry lion did not spare this zookeeper you're seeing on the screen. A Cicero in the Han Park in Dakar, Senegal, had put his hand inside the fence of the lion's cage, which without thinking twice attacked and bit him. The video shows the man crying in anguish as the lion attacks and tries to pull off his hand. Many tourists who were watching the crazy scene unfold attempted to help the zookeeper by beating the lion with stones in the hope of freeing his hand. After multiple efforts, they achieved their goal. According to local media accounts, the guy, named Abdulluai Wade, who worked at the zoo, was filmed taunting the lion before striking it. So in a way, he had it coming. Octopus attempts a bold escape. At the Seattle Aquarium, a surprising scene was captured on video when an octopus named Ink was seen attaching itself to the wall of its open tank, as if plotting an escape. Some speculated it was trying to break free, while others thought Ink was simply exploring its surroundings. Either way, the curious octopus wasn't about to settle down without a little adventure. Despite its bold move, an aquarium employee quickly intervened, guiding Ink back to its enclosure. This escape attempt highlights the impressive intelligence of octopuses, who are known for their problem-solving skills and remarkable adaptability. Not only do octopuses have exceptional vision and touch, but they can change the color, texture, and pattern of their skin to blend in with their environment. These ocean dwellers are also incredibly strong and agile, using their 8 tentacles to manipulate objects with ease. Octopuses, in general, have a short lifespan, often living just a few years. Still, in that time, they never fail to amaze. Sun on the menu. A 7-year-old named Sean had a close call with a hungry Siberian tiger during a trip to Dublin Zoo. A now viral video shows Sean grinning with excitement. A massive tiger, stealthily approaching from behind, is clearly eyeing him as prey. "Sean, stay," his father whispers urgently. The tiger is now interested in the boy. The tension is palpable as the tiger gets into position, preparing to pounce at any moment. "My son was on the menu at Dublin Zoo today," Sean's father humorously captions the footage. As Sean happily beams, unaware of the danger, a tiger lunges at him. It slams into the protective glass that separates them. Sean's calm demeanor contrasts with the chaos unfolding around him. "He reacted pretty calmly," his dad recalls, "but my other son, he ran like the clappers." As the tiger stretches to grab Sean, the family laughs. They are relieved but amused by the close call. Despite the near miss, Sean remains unfazed. Some kids can keep their cool, even in the face of a predator. The ultimate showdown. Who would win in a showdown between towering giants and a tiny but fearless protector? A determined Goose proved that size isn't everything. She stood her ground against a group of curious giraffes. It all began when 3 giraffes ventured too close to a family of geese, clearly unaware they were treading on dangerous ground. One particularly inquisitive giraffe leaned in for a better look, but that was a mistake. Mama Goose wasn't having it. The towering giants had crossed an invisible boundary. She wasted no time letting them know. With fiery resolve, the protective goose leaped into the air, flapping her wings. She made her presence impossible to ignore. Her fearless display sent a clear message: "Stay away from my family." Baffled by the bold little bird, the giraffes backed off. It's not every day you see a goose take on creatures many times her size and win. Orangutan steals the show. Talk about a fashion-forward primate. At the Taman Safari Park in Bogor, Indonesia, an orangutan had an unexpected moment of style when a visitor's sunglasses accidentally slipped into her enclosure. Olita Tetsu, a park visitor, was watching the orangutans. Her glasses slid off her head and fell into the enclosure. As the glasses hit the ground, a mama orangutan, carrying her baby, waddled over to investigate. She quickly picked up the sunglasses, clearly intrigued by the new object in her world. What happened next was nothing short of adorable. The curious orangutan started to fiddle with the sunglasses. It was trying to figure out how to wear them. After a few moments of inspecting the frames, she even seemed to understand how to position them across her nose, as if she knew exactly what to do. In the background, Olita can be heard nervously saying, "Oh no, don't eat them," as the orangutan momentarily placed the glasses in her mouth. Luckily, she wasn't interested in a snack, but more in a stylish new accessory. Lion family escape. Lions are known for their incredible strength and majestic presence, but at Taronga Zoo, a group of lions showed they were also clever escape artists. 5 lions, a male and 4 cubs, managed to break free from their enclosure in an unexpected and daring move. The footage showed the lions clawing at the fence. They then squeezed under it and ventured into the open. After the escape, zoo staff sprang into action. They issued a Code 1 lockdown alert and sheltered visitors. But surprisingly, the lions weren't acting aggressively. Instead, they calmly explored just outside their exhibit, sticking close to the fence. Inside, Lioness Maya remained with her cub Ayana, calling out to her offspring. It wasn't long before the cubs and Father Ato tried to make their way back. Luzuko, the male cub, was the first to crawl back under the fence, followed by his siblings Zuri and Kari. With some encouragement from the keepers, Ato returned to the exhibit and the pride was reunited. We hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more amazing stories.